Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Fan Appreciation Month here on Reaction and Review. Tonight, guys, I'm taking a look at a Danish animated film from 2006. That movie is Princess. Now, I have seen the trailer for this movie, and the trailer looked amazing. And from what I pieced together in the trailer, this is basically a movie about a guy going on a taxi driver like rampage through the Danish porn industry as vengeance for what happened to his sister, who worked in the Danish porn industry. I am not going to go into any more details than that, because believe me, there were a ton more details in the trailer. But long story short, I have been really interested in checking out this movie ever since I saw that trailer, which is why I put it on the wish list, and thankfully somebody sent it in, and now tonight I get to see if this thing is any good. And I'm really hoping for it to be genuinely good, but the only way I'm going to find out is if I shut up and I push play, and I'm going to do that right now. So, without further ado, it's time to kick back, relax, and check out Princess. Alright, that is certainly a fancy, grave for a porn, star, except I honestly think that the penis, pillars are a little bit much, but still, I mean, it still looks awesome minus the penis pillars, so at least there's that. Okay. I kind of pictured the people who looped in the sounds of porno films being a little bit more, I don't know, emotional about it. The two people they have in here, yes, guys, that actually is what's going on in this scene, is two people are just looping in porno sounds. And they're both so fucking, dead fucking pan about it. It just makes it hilarious. Okay, so I have to ask, so August is torching all of these, warehouses and factories and everything else so that way he can wipe out all of the footage of his sister's porno, history. And the police have yet to be called on the fact that there's a ton of rampant bombings going on. And they don't happen. I mean, okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. This movie's really cool, but the very fact that August is able to get away with all of this, and the police apparently do not fucking care, is just a little bit unfucking settling. You know what I mean? You know what, guys? I never thought I'd be happy to see a guy get slammed in the crotch with a fucking crowbar in a film. But you know what? This asshole is fucking deserving of every one of these slams with this fucking crowbar, and I'm happy to see it. Well, guys, that was Princess, and god damn was that ending ever kind of a downer. Okay, let's shut that off. I am not going to spoil anything, but I am going to say that this movie ended the one way I didn't want to see it end, and yet I still really enjoyed the movie. Anyway, I'm going to start, guys, with something I normally don't even talk about, because normally it's something that I don't have to talk about whenever I'm covering movies in this series, and that is artistically mixing mediums. And what I mean by that is, when I first dove into this thing, I genuinely thought it was just going to be a straight-up animated film. I was not in any way expecting the little bits of really, really well done CG that is in here. I certainly was not expecting the live-action footage that also is peppered in here, which is normally done with, well, flashback footage. Flashbacks, VHS tapes, and the ending is all done in live action also. And I mean the very, very ending. So, and it really does add a slightly new feel to the movie, something that I really haven't seen any other film really do. And that is awesome, because it really makes this film stand out. And the fact that everything else I'm about to say is going to probably make you want to watch this, it really does just sort of give it a feel that is just completely unique when compared to tons of other movies. Now, the writing here, I'm going to warn you guys, the writing in this movie is ridiculously dark. It is. But then again, that though is because we have August, who is our main character. He has recently taken in his niece Mia, and August's sister was a porn actress, one of the best ever, apparently, according to what we are told in the film. And when he first picks up, Mia, he sees, that she is covered in bruises, and that there are just all these hints and all these clues that she has been physically and she's been physically and sexually abused, and so he is going to take it out on those who did it to her, which also winds up being the people who actually led to his sister's death, because they kind of continue to push her into the world of porn and this and that and yada yada yada. And it is a very, very well written story, and I loved it. I am going to also warn again, the ending is a massive, massive downer, but hey, it's still an awesome movie when all is said and done, guys. Our story here is riveting, and you are going to be glued to the screen from the moment the film starts all the way until the credits roll. This, guys, is top grade writing. Because we never have a moment of downtime. Our characters, our characters are fleshed out perfectly. This right here, guys, is a how-to on how to make a film awesome solely off of writing. This thing, guys, this thing is a story told in a very masterful way. I cannot praise the writing more. There is no way I could possibly praise the writing enough. This is some of the best writing I've seen in years. This is amazing, amazing stuff. And guys, I would highly recommend this movie solely on the writing. But we also have the fact that it tried to mix fucking mediums, and all of that worked really, really well. Let's talk about the acting. The acting here is also really solid from everybody. I cannot think of a single person who phoned in anything, guys. Everything here is amazing, including guys, the lines that are being spoken by children, and they all sound like they're actually children, and not fucking adults who are trying to sound like children. So they had to get kids in there, and it worked great. I can tell you this much, guys: the acting here is amazing from top to bottom, and I am really trying to think if there was any moment where the acting just came off as weak, and there really isn't. But then again, that also is because we have a rather small cast when all is said and done. So honestly, guys, we don't have like a massive cast where I can pick out like a background actor who phoned it in. No. We have here a very small, very tight cast, and all of it is amazing. So yes, guys, the acting here is great, the writing here is great. Animation. I am going to comment when it comes to animation. For the first couple of minutes, I kind of had to get used to the art style here, because I'm going to tell you guys, upon first looking at the art style that is being used here, it looks kind of sort of ugly, and the animation at times is a little bit stiff and it is a little bit jerky. However, you can totally look past all of that because you're going to be so focused on the story, and very, very soon you will be completely used to the art style. So I mean, really, guys, about the only thing I can say when it comes to the art style which is being used here is that, well, I mean, it starts off kind of ugly, and there really are some characters who look absolutely hideous. However, as the film goes on, you are going to get used to the overall art style. So really, there's nothing here that really is that bad. It's just there is going to be a small adjustment period as you're trying to get used to how all the characters in this film look. Which honestly, guys, is not a negative. It's just basically telling you that it is something that you are going to have to get a little bit used to. So we have all that. Soundtrack, there really isn't a whole lot here, guys, in terms of music, and that is awesome, because that means that a ton of this movie is basically just using the tenseness of quiet and atmosphere and background noise, and it works. It works very, very well. And if they honestly would have thrown in a score for this film, or correction, there actually is a score, it just isn't a big score. But if they had opted to score the entire film, it could very, very well have ruined the entire thing, because it would have taken away a whole lot of the atmosphere. So yes, guys, sound mix here is good. Lighting here, which, again, I'm actually talking more about the lighting in all of the live action bits, is done very, very well. And the camera work, well, first of all, I really should mention that everything here, which is live action, is filmed with a handheld camera, so it naturally is going to be jerky and shaky and kind of odd, and it totally works. So, well, correction again. The ending also is not done with a handheld camera, but that actually it still works the way that it's done. I'm really wondering if there's anything else I can really touch on. No, I really think I've covered it all. So guys, when all is said and done, am I able to recommend Princess? Yes. However, I do need to stress this. This movie is not for everybody. This thing is going to guarantee offend or just flat out creep out people if they have issues with things like, well, sex, pornography, and child abuse. Mind you, if there is one thing I personally hate, it is straight up child abuse. I honestly, guys, may not fucking like, children, but I hate the very thought of beating children, and the very fact that is kind of sort of like a plot point in this film. It really made me root for August even more, which is also why the ending is, yeah, I'm not going to talk about the ending. Anyway, that ending was kind of sad, too. I really do have to kind of mention that the ending is sort of sad here. But anyway, guys, yes, I do recommend Princess. However, I do have to warn that it really is not for everybody. And if you are one of those really sensitive viewers, you're not going to want to watch this, because you may have a bit of a hard time getting through it. Now, because this is Fan Appreciation Month, Princess came off the Amazon wish list. The person who sent it in is a YouTuber whose YouTube channel is The Moviegoer 14. Yes, I had it written down. I wanted to make sure. So you guys can head over to youtube.com/user/themoviegoer14 and go see what he has. And dude, thank you, because I've been curious about this thing ever since I saw the trailer for it, and now, honestly, that I've seen it, I'm very happy to have a copy of it for my fucking collection. This movie was amazing. Once more, guys, it is youtube.com/user/themoviegoer14. Please head over there and check out everything he has, and if you like what you see, sub him. As for me, I honestly am kind of in the mood to watch another dark animated film. I'm gonna go watch I'm gonna go watch Perfect Blue, because that actually kind of works perfectly with this, just in terms of like general tone. So yes, guys, with that we come to the close of another reaction and review. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.